refrigerator magnets.
Hi, Flosstube. It's the Steel City Stitchers. Coming at you again from Kidsville. This is our 3rd episode, and we're excited. We're back after Christmas and all the Christmas craziness. So we're going to do a quick little video tonight because a lot of us have some pretty lofty goals for 2019. Want to show you our current whips that we have. We'll talk about some finishes that we've done, and then we'll do some stitchy kindness, because that's what we're all about. So, I'm Kristen. Erin?
I'm Erin.
I'm Erica.
Erica. Jody's over here.
Hi.
She's working on a huge project that we'll show you in a second. When we talk about huge, we're not talking about multiple stitches. We're talking about
huge.
Giant, okay? It's a big-ass whip, okay? So that's what she's working on. All right, so I'll go first. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, and we're back into the 2019, into the new year. So it's time to get serious about our goals for 2019. And I had just written down some of my stuff today. I think all of us have not a ton of whips. We currently watched or recently watched a couple Flosstube videos with some people who have way more whips than we do.
So many. I thought that I had a lot with like 5 or 6, and I was like, oh, that's embarrassing that I ever said that. No.
I thought I had a lot with 12. Okay, we currently recently watched a girl. I can't remember what her name is, but I can put her in the comments. I loved her video, but she had 75 whips. 75.
I saw a girl on Instagram that had something like 95 whips.
She had it written down. It was like 97 whips.
Organized.
It was super organized.
For whips, I need to get one.
Yes. So I'll show you kind of what I've been doing so I can keep track of my whips. I also use the Xstitch app, which you can get on your phone. You can get it on Android and on iPhone. It's a great way to keep track of what you're currently working on, your started projects, your finishes. You can also put in there, and I'll actually pull it up here real quick. You can also put in your inventory, so you can put in what charts you have. You can put how many threads you have, how many pieces of fabric that you have. My only complaint about this app is that you can't actually upload pictures of your chart. So if you wanted to show a picture of it with the name of the chart, you just can't do that. I think it's something that they're hoping to do with an update in the future. I think this app was maybe $1.99, so it's super cheap. But as you can see, hopefully, probably not.
Is it like the most satisfying thing ever when you finish it and you get to put it?
Oh, and you can put the date in there. It
feels so good.
Nice. But like last year, I had 19 finishes, but I currently have 13 started projects. I have 2 kitted projects that I'm just waiting on the fabric for. So it's just a good way to keep track of your stuff. The other thing I do, I'm a big bullet journal fan. I got this bullet journal on Amazon, and it is... I can't pronounce the name of it. It's like Lookturn. It's a Lookturn 1917 bullet journal, but it comes gridded, which is nice, so that you can do like little calendars and stuff with it.
Nice.
Okay.
So organized.
Super organized. I keep tracks of books that I've read. I keep track of projects that I want to get done around the house. Passwords, just like all kinds of stuff that you just normally just write down on slips of paper. This is a great place to keep everything, and you can make it really colorful. So if you're a creative person, there's tons of different people out there that do bullet journaling. I do book reviews in here, all kinds of stuff. So it's just a great way for me to keep track of all of my things. And I wrote down my 2019 stitch goals for the year. So before I get into my whips, like I said, I currently have 13 whips. I wrote down in my journal all of my whips and the dates that I started them along with the designer. So it's just nice on here to be able to quickly glance and see when I started a project that I haven't completed yet. Some of them I started in January of last year. Some I started as recently as 5 days ago. But it's just fun to look at them and see how I'm going to organize them for the year.
You're way ahead of us. My first goal is to write down my goals.
And that's okay. That's a good goal to have.
That's my favorite.
The other thing that I did...
You'll get there.
You'll get there.
March.
March, yes. So everyone make a goal for themselves to make a stitchy goal for the year and keep it simple so that you don't get overwhelmed. So my goals for the year, my first goal is to finish at least 5 of my current whips that I have this year. I also want to finish one new start. So one project that I start this year, I want to also complete it in 2019. And my third goal is to fully finish, whether it's framing or mounting, 3 projects, whether I have them done or I'm going to finish them. So I don't think that those are very unattainable goals, seeing as how I did 19 finishes last year. But I don't like to set too lofty of a goal for myself because I won't complete it. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing that I'm doing is, as I'm working on my whips, I made a goal to myself that if I start a whip, I'm going to work on it for 5 days. At the end of 5 days, if I want to continue, I can continue. If at the end of that 5 days, I'm bored with this project and I'm just ready for something else, that's okay. I'm going to put it away and I'm not going to work on it again until it's time. So if you can commit to just 5 days of working on a project, I think that's okay. 5 days, you can get a lot done. You can make a lot of progress. And you may find that you really enjoy working on it and you just want to finish it. And that's okay too. So the way that I'm going to pick my whips.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
This is my favorite. Is I downloaded a free app. It's called Tiny Decisions. And you can create a whip wheel.
Oh,
That's so cool.
I love it.
So what I did was,
But side
Look
note,
at
this
that.
particular
That's
decision
cute.
app is not available on Android.
but there are
But
apps
there are
available.
similar ones.
Yes.
I found one recently as well.
So what I've done is I've entered in all of my whips on this little tiny wheel.
Cute.
And at the end of my 5 days, if I want to start a new project, I'm just going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, that's what I'm working on for the next 5 days. You can do multiple wheels. So you can do a whip wheel, you can do a new project start wheel. So I also did that as well. So I also have a what project to start wheel. So on this one, I put in all of the patterns that I haven't started yet. And when I'm ready to start something new, spin the wheel. Hopefully I have it kitted. If not, I'll kit it. And I'll start that and
Does
work
that
on
count
it.
towards your 5 days?
Yeah, it could. Or I could just say I'm going to work on 2 projects throughout that week. And I'll get one started, but I'm still going to continue working on the whip that I selected for that 5 days. So I think this is going to help me get some stuff off my plate. And I'm a serial starter and I love starting new projects. But I'm also really excited to finish some of the ones that I have, but I haven't really had that focus. So I think doing this is going to help me focus my energy on a project and just commit to it for 5 days. So if you have any questions about any of the products that I'm using or the apps or whatever, please just message us. I can get you more detail, but we don't want to waste time doing that. All right. So the only 2 whips that I'm working on right now, I spun the wheel on Sunday, and the project that I selected was to go back and work on Adventure Awaits.
I was wondering why you were doing that.
That's why I spun the wheel, and that's the one that popped up. And I was excited to work on this one because Erin had just recently finished it, and it's gorgeous. This one was a little daunting for me when I first started it because Caterpillar Cross Stitch, who's the designer for this, she has a lot of color changes. There's a lot of confetti stitching, and it's not like you can park it and park
More
your
than
stitches.
normal in this one. This
Agreed.
one is way more than her normal.
And Erin has done, she did the Carnival one
And the 12 days.
and the 12 Days of Christmas one.
This one has way more color stitch. Or color change.
So I'm excited, though, to get back into working on this one. I'm currently working on Africa. And, again, just 5 days. That's all I'm going to commit to it. But I'm excited to continue working on this one. Again, because I'm a serial starter, I did start another project. And I am
Pretty that lavender is.
working on, this is Plum Street Samplers Siren Cove. This is the one with the mermaids. Erin had purchased this lavender fabric for me when she was in Michigan. And it's a 32 count lavender linen. So I'm going to be doing this 2/2 with the DMC conversion. It does call for a mix of Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works, but I'm going to be using the DMC for it. And I'm really liking this one. I like how it's coming along. There's a lot of block of color, but it's been fun to stitch. So this is going to be my little project that I kind of work on if I just want to throw it in my purse because it's smaller and I'm keeping it on my 8x8 Q-snap. But I'll be working on this one simultaneously with Adventure Awaits. So those are the only whips that I have. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Listen, I'm not going to get overwhelmed. It's my goal because I will.
I like it.
All right, who wants to go next?
Okay.
Okay. Erin's going to talk about her whips.
Whip
Okay.
it good.
I
of
do,
stuff
believe
here.
it or not, I have a lot this time. More than 5 this time. So I'm like
Oh my.
almost done
I
with
love
it.
it.
Look how cute it is. My daughter is obsessed with it. She says the doggy has a sweet face. And I just have to color this part in. And that's it. And I'm done. And she's gotten really into, like, she wants mommy to sit and cross stitch and she jumps over me. So I've had a lot of time to cross stitch lately and it's been awesome. So I was able to get really far. I'm going to hold it up for another second longer. But yeah, exactly. I'm like, whatever. Okay, mommy will cross stitch.
Oh, may I see that?
So yeah.
I like that she jumps over you.
Yeah, she likes to jump. She says she's jumping in a pool.
Your stitches look fantastic. And look at this
Thank
back.
you. Thank you. I'm actually really proud of my back.
Here's
That's like my
front.
first good
Here's
back.
Oh, it looks so good.
And I've even progressed from the top to the bottom at how well my backs look. So I'm getting better. I'm finding my technique that I like.
I just love this pattern.
Thank you. I have it now. Yeah.
Honey. Jody recently lost her baby
Oh, I'm
of
so
17
sorry.
years, her little baby Ani girl, and she was a dachshund, so this
Oh.
back
Looks
just like her little baby. You might have to stitch this
I'm
one
gonna have to stitch
and
it
change
again.
the colors so it look like her.
Oh yeah, there you
It's
go.
not a horror clown.
It's a
but
really
it's
easy one to stitch too. It took me like no
It's
time.
not a horror clown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no blood in it.
There's no blood, so you could add some.
you can have her
Out of the
like,
mouth.
you can
Don't
have
have it
her attacking
smother.
something. Yes, because she was a feisty little thing. She was
really
8.
funny.
She was 8 pounds of fury. So.
That's a long time too. That's a nice long life.
Yeah.
Man. So my other ones aren't quite. I haven't finished kitting them. Then this is the one that's coming from Caterpillar.
Under the
I have to
or
kit
seize
it.
the
The
day.
seeds.
Is that the one that you had to buy way in advance, even though you didn't really have to?
Yeah,
but you did?
I had to buy it. Wait, don't tell my husband that. I had to buy it way in advance. He's not gonna watch this. So that's that one. So for Christmas, he actually did amazing, and I have some goodies that I'll show you later. I don't know what came over him. It was amazing. It was so thoughtful and kind, and he found this like stitch website I'd never heard of, and he found me kits, and so he bought me this Detroit one, which is
that's
awesome,
cool.
and I love it. It's from the Ukraine or something like
Chris,
that.
looks
That
like
it came
the
in.
Pittsburgh one that you did. I
It
wonder
does.
if
It's
the
actually
same.
not the same because I have the Detroit one from that person, and this one doesn't have the ambassador bridge. It's very similar, but this one doesn't have the ambassador bridge, which I debated for 20 minutes yesterday, standing in my craft room, going, do I do the ambassador bridge one or the one that I have all of the floss for? And I finally decided to do the one I have the floss for. So that one I have to kit up, and that will be my next project. I'm very excited about that one.
Yeah.
Then I want to finish this one, and I think I'm motivated to do it I'm going to do it for 5 days. I like your 5-day thing. I'm going to do this for 5 days, and then I'll do the Detroit thing. And then I'm going to try doing linen. That's my goal.
Ooh.
That's my big lofty
Once you go
goal.
linen, you'll never go back.
I'm afraid of that because I have so much Ada in my house right now. Then I have my... Oh, this is the Pittsburgh one. Yep, you're right, because of the black.
I know those
This
colors.
is going to be the Pittsburgh one. And then this one's going to be the Paul Blart from the
nice.
Stiach. I'm doing that. So my husband and I listened to the podcast for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. And so when I saw that one, we have to watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 every year at Christmas. That has become our Christmas tradition because of that podcast. Till Death Do Us Blart is what it's called. And it's hilarious by the McElroy brothers. So I'm going to do a stitch for that and maybe send it to them because they're hilarious and they like stuff like that. So those are all of my whips.
All right.
I got lots to work on.
Erica, you're up.
I'm up. I'm ready. Sort of. Kind of. Maybe. Let's pretend I'm ready. Okay, so.
Did you get more zips or bags?
Did I? Maybe. Maybe one. Maybe just one. Okay, so I don't have a ton of like new things. My one new thing is Hello Winter. It's a frosted pumpkin.
the hot cocoa one.
Yes, the hot cocoa one. I have already done the Hello Autumn and Hello Summer. So I have the winter and the spring to do yet. And I started that, and this one is the small one. I just keep this in my bag. So if I need to stitch somewhere in the world,
We all need to stitch.
I can pull it out. I've also made quite a lot of progress on Happily Ever After. I had not stitched it for such a long time. And then
I didn't get the sparkle.
just finished the Billy Groat's Gruff pattern block there and moved on to the Robin Hood block. And that's coming along pretty well.
Yeah, it is.
And it's really the skinny one, so it will be done pretty quickly, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that. And let's see, over Christmas, before I was overtaken by the norovirus, which was my most favorite thing.
So many people in this year, man.
It was bad. I worked on Merry and Bright for a little while and made some progress on this one, got the little girl done. And
I'm impressed that you were able to do anything while you were that sick.
I have a confession
this
about
was
Mary and Bright.
this was before I was really sick.
You have a
So
confession?
the last time we filmed, you kept talking about Mary and Bright.
Mhm.
And you were like, there's this Mary and Bright, and there's another Mary and Bright. And,
Yeah, because they have a tiny one to go with this
Right.
one. Right.
And so the whole time I'm sitting here and I'm like, who is this designer, Mary and Bright? And I'm like, why do I not know who this is? Like, and I can't say anything, right? So I go home and I'm like Googling Mary and Bright, and I'm like, this person doesn't exist. Then I like realize
I love that.
That's great.
Oh, Jody.
And I appreciate you.
Oh, Jody.
I love it.
Not my proudest moment.
Oh my
What's the
gosh.
littler one? Is it just a littler version of that? Or is
It
it a totally
says,
different one?
I wish I had brought it, I finished it. It
Oh.
says Mary and Bright on it, and it
Oh,
has
then I must have
two
seen it.
Thank you for
penguins.
enunciating. And Bright.
It has two penguins on it. I think maybe I said this in the last video. My 3-year-old thinks that those are their names.
You're the penguins.
The penguins, that
Yeah.
one is Mary and one is Bright,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
which is pretty funny. And I like it, and I won't correct him about that ever. So.
No.
And my final, I still have other whips, but you've seen them. I haven't really worked on them. This one that I just started is the Once Upon a Time sampler for the Frosted Pumpkin on this ginormous piece of fabric. It's from Picture This Plus. It's jazz fabric, so it's kind of bluish. I don't know if you can tell, with like purple in there. And
How do you handle all of that extra fabric? What's your goal? What's your,
Technique.
yeah.
I think I mostly just try to like neatly bunch it.
As you're working.
Yeah.
Right, and like hold it
How
like
is
this.
it sitting in your, like you'll hold it by hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I have started it, but I've like very few stitches are happening here yet because I just started this last night while my son was at his dance class. So, yay!
Yay for a new pattern.
That's what I have going on. New pattern, new fabric, exciting
It's
times.
the best thing in the world.
I'm pretty pumped about it.
Putting those first couple of stitches in a fresh piece of fabric. Oh, it's just...
Yeah,
There's
for me,
nothing
it would feel
better.
overwhelming only because it's such a
It's
big
so
piece and that's
big,
all you
yeah.
have on it.
But
right
it's going to
now.
be the same
Oof.
size as Happily Ever After, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think they're of similar size. At least.
Okay, yeah. Which
But-
both of them are big projects. I mean,
Right.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, true.
Which I will also be starting Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Hi. As soon as I get my fabric from Picture This Plus.
Which
So-
will be in 2024.
I hope not. I'm hoping.
It's in 24.
Yes, because I'm super excited
If
about
you
starting.
get fed up, I'm going to a stitch store this weekend.
Gosh, you know, Jason,
Kristen, did you buy anything yesterday?
I did not even stop. And let me I'll tell you why.
Excuse me.
So yesterday I had to go to Cleveland for a doctor's appointment, and I went with my husband, of course, because he has to go because he thinks that I lie at the doctor if he doesn't go. And, you know, I get where he's coming from because, like, if there's any bad news, he doesn't want me to be by myself. And I appreciate that because I'm not the most rational or unemotional person on the planet, so who knows. And it's like a 3-hour drive. Well, we typically go up through West Virginia into Ohio and go up from the south side of Ohio to get to Cleveland, just based on where we live. And the Stitch shop, the Crafty U, is in something Heights. I want to say Brighton Heights, but it's not Brighton Heights. Jody and I
like
just went
Cleveland Heights, is it? Isn't that a place? I think so.
Something Heights, but it's on the east side of Cleveland.
It's in the Heights. Just call it the Heights, and you'll be fine.
Anywho, if you go, then we would have to come home the turnpike, and that just, you know, we kind of have to plan for that because we need cash to go on the turnpike. We don't ever have cash, and also it's just a little bit of an extended trip for us. So I had asked if we could go to the Stitch shop, even though Jody and I were literally just there at the beginning of December. Doesn't matter. But I was good because I just bought fabric from Picture This Plus for Once Upon a Time. I also bought a memorabilia. So I'm going to be doing that. It's a present for somebody, so I will not be able to show it. And I'm super sad about that because it's going to take me all year to do it. Oh. But it is one of her beautiful. Well, I'll show you guys, but I just won't because the person that I'm gifting it to may watch the video. And I spent about
secret person
$50 on that. Plus, I spent $30 on the thread at Michael's.
Oof.
So I just spent $80.
How much thread was that then?
Oh, it was like
this for?
We'll tell you later.
I texted
Don't
you.
Don't give it away.
No, I won't. But I texted you.
Remember you said you were doing it. Oh, I know exactly.
And it's gonna take you all year.
Well, it has beading on it. It's pretty large, but I ordered
a very fancy special thing.
I ordered the fabric, I ordered the beads, I ordered the pattern from 123 Stitch, and then I went to Michael's the other night and got all of the thread. I also bought the thread for Siren Cove. So I just spent $80, and then I just felt kind of guilty about making him stop. And even though he never tells me no, sometimes I wish he would because I don't know how to tell myself no. He goes, "Have you ever?"
On here because he's gonna watch it.
He goes, "Have you ever tried telling yourself no to anything?" And I'm like, "Why would I tell myself no? I need you to tell me no." But he's a really good sport. He knows that I love cross stitch and that it's my vice and it's what I want to do. But I felt guilty about stopping, so I didn't stop. But I did find out that they're open on Saturdays, so when Jody and I don't have to work at the store, then maybe we can all take a trip out there.
You'll know where to find
I'm in.
it.
That's cool.
So,
just tell me. I'm in.
Yeah. So I thought I'll save it for another time. Plus, I wasn't really looking for anything, and I would just go and buy stuff, and I would start new projects and not work on my whips.
Which is what the wheel is for.
That's what the wheel is for. The wheel didn't say start new projects yet.
No, it didn't.
So.
Are we going to show the world's biggest whip now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jode. All right, so why don't you show your little one first?
Okay.
Let's have her show her actual
So I think
small
last time I was here, I had just started this one.
Yes.
This is my...
You're making so much progress.
So this was my first attempt at beading.
It looks good.
And it was super simple.
That's good to know.
And I can't wait because there's more beading like up here in her scarf thing.
Beaded cross stitch Converse.
Yeah, I think it was really easy, and it's hard to see on the screen, but they're so pretty. Like it just adds a lot.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
There's also a ton of back stitching on here, so once I get all that in, it'll look a little bit sharper even in the fruit basket. So
it looks amazing.
I'm excited about this one. That one's from my mom. So I just have the head left. I do have to put it in my bigger Q snap because So if I move this down, I can't get this over my Q snap. So I'll have to put it in my bigger Q snap, which is fine.
Oh my God.
All right.
All right. We're gonna.
So let me just give you a background of what I'm doing. So I saw a picture on Facebook. A lady posted that she cross stitched on pegboard. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. Like, it looked incredible. So I went out the next day and like bought a bunch of yarn and pegboard. And so couple things about this. So first of all, finding a pattern that is only 24 stitches across is brutal.
Really hard.
Like
Yeah.
I was Googling micro cross stitch. What I ended up doing is buying one of these little guys, which is like that's what I'm stitching. But there's 3 patterns in here, and it's like it's like a card, like a journal cover thing that you can stitch on. And I just got this like at Joann's for $2. And there's three patterns in here, but they're tiny. And so I figured that would fit on my pegboard. Now, the other thing, when you look at it up close, it looks like crap because the holes are so far apart. But when you stand back and look at it as a whole, it's incredible. So this is going to go in Stella's room and my daughter's room. Dun, 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 dun.
It looks
So
amazing.
there it
I
is.
can really see the flower now.
Yeah.
You hold it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I think like when it's hanging on a wall and once it's really far back, you can see it a lot better.
Are you gonna fill in?
You can't really.
Okay.
So like
It's meant to be.
like if you look at it up close, it just looks like X's.
Right.
You can't really tell what it is, but then like the further you step back.
But are you gonna fill in like the spots that don't have X's?
Oh, like in the background?
Yes,
I don't know yet. Maybe
Okay.
I might. It's taxing. Like my back is killing me.
Really?
Because I sit on the floor and do it, or like I'm sitting in this chair, but I'm constantly like reaching around the board or holding it up, or like it's hard. And then also I'm railroading every single stitch, which I should do anyways when I stitch, but I don't. But I am because their stitches are so big
You want
that
them to
I
lay
want
flat.
them to lay flat. So that's time consuming. Look at that. I just kind of found a resolution.
She was worried about how to hang
I keep
it.
wanting to like put my needle on a needle minder and there's nothing there, so I'm just kind of hanging it over. The back looks like a mess because it's yarn. Like you can't.
Yeah.
There's something
it's
tight
not.
about it.
Sure.
So anyways, that's what I'm working on. I thought it would go a lot faster than it is,
It's fun.
but it's not.
Really cool, though. I mean, you can't like bring it with you.
No, I can't travel with it. I can't do it on
So-
the plane. I can't take it to.
Yeah, that's not like
Ballet
I'm at
class,
an appointment
like,
waiting.
yeah.
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 So
But
that's
that's
all I
okay.
have. Those are my two things the only two things
Awesome.
I've been working on.
That's fine. That's okay. That's manageable. All right.
That's pretty
A week wheel for you.
I know.
cool.
So now since we're all done with our whips, we're going to show some finishes that we have that we finished between our last video and now. Unfortunately, I didn't do a video of all of the gifts that I made for people. So did big one from, I know. I might try to embed them in the video because I have pictures of them. So we may try to do that. If you
that's a
girls
good
want to send me
idea.
pictures if you finished them, then we can embed them in the video at the end so you can see some of our fully finished projects. But I have a couple that I just finished and I didn't show you guys. So the first one that I finished around Christmas
Ugh, I love this one.
is
stinking
Christmas
cute.
Deer.
So beautiful.
He looks like a little sweater. I was working on him the last time we filmed.
You picked the perfect fabric for that.
And it's like just like a, oh, thank you. Here's my back.
Whoever designed that.
It's beautiful. I bought this on
It's
Etsy, but it's called
gorgeous.
Christmas Deer, and it looks like a little sweater. Even my dad really enjoyed it, so I may
I could
fully
see that. It's kind of an
finish.
extra one, yeah.
It is, yeah. I might fully finish this one and then mount it for them, my mom and dad. I have 2 other ones. I'll show you those. This is the other one that I just finished. I started this one at Christmas time, and I just finished this one
So fast.
so fast. But this is the February small pattern
Look
from
at
the
that
Prairie
girl.
Schooler.
I cannot believe how quickly you did that.
And he's so cute. But this one I'm giving to my mom because the love and the heart are kind of like stamps. She works for the post office. And like I said before, she's from Punxsutawney, so she wanted something with a groundhog on it. And then, of course, Lincoln and Washington at the bottom. This one was really fun to stitch. It was pretty easy.
That one you got at the Crafty You, didn't you?
I did, yep. That one came with one of my whips that is on the whip wheel, and I will get back to it. But this is how much progress I've made.
Jeez, with that log cabin.
How much do you have to do?
Oh, the whole bottom. And see around the horse where it's all white? There's all white stitches.
White.
All of that is filled in with white.
Oh my god.
So from the horse down and over to where it says George, all of that has to be filled in with white.
Seriously, that much?
Yeah, there's more wording and stuff. I have to go back and fill out some more of the words, but it's a lot of white. So I kind of burn out on this one, and I said I'll add it to the whip wheel.
What is it about white? It is just so unfun.
And I'll do it whenever.
White never like lays nicely.
It doesn't.
The other one that I'm almost done with, but again has been added to the whip wheel, is Penny Autumn.
Oh, look at that border.
And this one's by Plum Street. Thank you. This one, actually, I changed the border color. It was supposed to be black with the orange, and I changed it to blue. So I'm going to add a lot more pops of blue, like in the middle of the flowers, like I did on this side. This side will also have the flowers, but I'm going to do a lot more of the navy blue color in this one because I just think it looks more fun. It's a little bit brighter. This one I did a lot of hand stitching on, which is a nice technique because you can get stuff done a lot faster. Like I just plowed through that border. But my stitches, some of my stitches I wasn't really happy with how they were laying when I was doing like the stem. So I'll put this back in the Q-snap to finish that up. Sorry, forgot about those whips. Okay, finishes.
Okay. I have a few.
So I
Yeah,
have
she
the. I really spent most of December working on the 12 Days of Christmas, which was fun because every time I'd pull it out, my daughter would be like, "Sing the song, sing the song." So that would take like 5 minutes of me like stopping and singing to her. Then I'd be like, "Can I finish stitching now?" So here's one of the placemats. Thank you. And again, I think I'm going to add holly berries at the top next year, but I didn't do it this year. And then if I ever get a sewing machine, I'd like to put like a piece of fabric on the back and sew that.
Yeah.
And then it'll, but I need to get
It
a sewing
looks
machine.
so
Thank you. That's 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6. So pretty. And I don't know what happened, but my gold was like a green color. So then for the golden rings, I went to do it, and I realized that it was green, so I had to buy a special gold because I thought, I don't want that. I want it to be really gold. So my golden
those
rings.
are cool.
I was like,
Is
it
that
has to be
permanent?
gold. Yes. Yeah. I mean, really annoying to stitch with, but it turned out beautiful. 7, 8, 9, and then the last ones. And then I need to make one more because I realized that I needed 5 placemats this year, and my daughter was real sad that she wasn't going to get one. So now I'm going to have to find something that I can stitch for her. Because I have 2 more. Ooh. I was even thinking like a really fancy wording of like the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe some snowflakes. That's a good idea. I like that. And then I finished the Around the World.
Nice.
So now it just needs to be framed. This one we're actually keeping. My husband liked this pattern a lot, which is rare. And so he said that I could frame it and we could keep it. So I'm excited because that took a long time.
I love it.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. I definitely had a lot of frogging in this one.
I love that whale tail.
But yeah, isn't that cute? I like the way that turned out too. And the maple leaf for some reason was like my favorite to stitch. I don't know why.
Easy.
Easy, maybe that's it. But that, I mean, this was my whole December, so. That's all I
Yay.
got.
That's really awesome.
Thanks.
Very good stuff.
Thanks.
Very good stuff.
All right, finishes for you, Miss Erica.
I don't think that I brought any finishes. I finished that Home Sweet Home that I had been working on for my in-laws. That had like the little skinny house.
Yeah.
And I didn't sign it. Like I didn't put my initials on it anywhere.
Oh,
I didn't put the date on it anywhere. I framed it, I gave it to them, and I never took a picture. Why?
Oh, it's just gone. It's just out there.
Yeah.
It's like it never happened.
I don't have a
feel like I do
picture
that a
of it.
lot. It didn't happen.
I don't know.
But you know
Maybe
what?
Don't post it to Instagram.
Using the X-Stitch app, you can always have a photo of your finished projects.
I have that.
You
app.
should
I
work
need
for
to
them
do it.
because you sell
I know.
everything.
I sell their stuff like crazy,
Did
but
I finish anything else? I finished the Santa one. I also didn't ring. I just
You had a lot of little finishes. You had all those gifts too.
yeah, my little preschool
What are you
teacher
looking for?
gift.
it's my phone.
I got it.
Thank
I finished those. The teachers
Jeez.
claimed to like them, so
They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
should
sure.
like them, yeah.
I would be so. I
They're
really
like,
don't. Thanks.
Like, no, thank you.
Thanks.
and then I also made my little Ort jar ornament, which I should have brought.
We did that at our Stitch Day, which we had not last
weeks ago.
Saturday, but 2 Saturdays ago. We did a really fun Stitch Day here at the shop. We had like 8 ladies show up,
It was really
and we had some knitters and a crocheter,
Yes.
Yes.
and then stitchers, and we stitched for.
In all
Like
different
3
levels of
hours.
stitching.
We had a brand new stitcher. We had my friend Dana show up, and she was just starting cross stitching. Like literally showed up without a pattern, but she had thread, and she had Ada. And we found her a pattern, and she started stitching it, and she finished it, by the way, and it looked super cute.
Oh, wow, she finished that so fast.
She did, and she just started. She is doing from the Shawshank Redemption that hangs in the warden's office. It's a
Nice.
cross stitch that his wife made for him
Mhm.
that says, "His judgment shall cometh, and that right soon." And it has a very intricate border, and she almost has all of the wording done.
I like that she has graduated from like super simple first pattern to this like.
No, that's like.
But see, that's the thing
complicated.
with cross stitch. Like, you just jump in, and if you have to frog it, who cares?
Right.
Do what you want and do what you like. You don't have
That's
to
true. I
necessarily,
like that.
start with something small. And she's making it for her husband, and so it'll be a great gift. But
Yeah.
she's making a lot of good progress on it.
Cool.
So it's fun. It's fun to help people get started and to
One of
see
my
what they're
favorite
working
things.
on.
Mhm.
Erin has the patience of a teacher because she was one. I felt like my patience was running a little thin trying to show Dana how to get started, and at one point I just took it from her and just did about 20 stitches.
So
Oh
like,
my
let me just do this part.
And then I was like, oh, I got to step back because she doesn't know what she's doing. It's very confusing if you don't know how to get started. And some people are just more inclined than others. Like when I taught Jody, she was like, all right, I got it. And then she just
Boogie.
started doing it. Like she was like, I got
Now
it.
she's stitching on pegboard.
Now she's stitching on pegboard. So,
I love the creativity.
but it's really fun, and it's fun to watch what other people are doing. But our Stitch Day was really fun, and we really hope to do that again soon. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, we will post again about that. I know we put it on our last video, but we'll get the info out there for everybody if you would like to come and join us. We had a really good time. We stitched for like 3.5 hours. So
Yeah, it was nice.
did a lot of chatting. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
All right. New stuff that we've purchased that we have. I don't have anything because I haven't gotten any of my stuff that I ordered yet. But that's okay. It'll come. I know it'll come. It'll come soon. That's okay.
It's gotta come soon.
I have zero patience. Like I haven't even gotten the confirmation that my stuff's been shipped, and that's killing me inside.
Have you
So
sent the many emails? Yeah, that's what I start doing. I'm like, hey, don't forget about me.
I did not. And you know what? When I did that with Under the Sea Fabrics, I didn't send an email. I completely forgot that I ordered the fabric
And it just showed up.
that I was using for Christmastown, and it showed up. And she sent me all of those little linen fabric remnants that were all sparkly
Oh,
and
so
fun.
you're
And she put a
afraid
little
of
note in
you.
there, and she was like, "I'm so sorry for the wait." Like she couldn't have been nicer. I never complained once, and I was like, maybe that's the key. Like you attract more flies with honey than vinegar, right? But if I don't get a confirmation in the next week,
Yeah,
I'll
I would-
start begging. I'll
Because you could
start.
fall through the cracks too.
I'll start begging, not asking. Please send it.
You have my money.
Not-
Send me.
Not that I need to start a new project anytime soon, but I have them kitted and they're sitting there and they're waiting.
It's that like anticipation of like.
Well,
Right.
I'm a cereal starter. I
You
want to
wanna
start
put
it.
your needle to some fabric, and you want to do it now.
And I want it to be nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have
I have a
anything.
couple things.
Okay.
Just a couple.
So, like I said, my husband did very well. for Christmas.
So
And I'll show you the cute little, he does amazing stockings. That's always been his best thing. And so these are some of the stocking stuffers. This little guy, which is super cute, and I've been putting my scissors in it and other little extra stuff. I don't know if you can even see in there, but
That's adorable.
it's so cute. Thank you. I love it. And he even found these really cute scissors. Like, what a great idea to get me new scissors. That really showed me that he's paying attention when I'm over there cross-stitching.
yeah.
And then he got me some fabrics that I didn't bring with me, and some really cute, that really cute pattern. He got me a lot of cute stuff. This was one of the things he got me. It's a card that you can either cross-stitch yourself and send out to someone, or you can send it to a cross-stitcher, and then they can then cross-stitch it, which I thought, isn't that the cutest? What a cute idea.
That's adorable.
I don't know how he even came up with it. I've never seen it before, and I thought, that's amazing.
Gold star for Johnny.
I know, man.
I know.
He rocks it. I can't give him enough shout-outs. And then, of course, this book, which I know is, like, super trending right now on Amazon, but it's hilarious. I don't want to give you a sneak peek of something too bad, but here's a funnier one. Don't be such a baby. And they're also, like, cute. But they're hilarious. There's some pretty inappropriate ones, but I'm trying to find one without the F word starting. It's a hard thing to do. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a good one. Cheer up, loser. I love it. So they're really funny.
Are you going to make any of those?
I might, yeah. I mean, I definitely, like, if I'm bored, I might make him one, too. Sometimes I make them and, like, stick them on his desk as, like, a little note to him, just for fun. Yeah. And so this is the thing that I was trying to make that I wanted to show you guys. This was my pottery attempt cross-stitch that didn't work out, but I learned a lot from it, and I'm going to do better next time, and I'm going to achieve this goal of making my pottery cross-stitch. But if you can see the holes, not all of them are all the way through, because when I stained it, I did it too thick. When I did the gloss is what it is. So I can't get the hole. I can't get the needle through the hole. So then I could stitch on here. I made it a pattern that I can then stitch.
That's really cool.
Yes. So it
So
will be
cute.
cross-stitched in pottery.
That's adorable.
But as you can see, like you can see it here, and you can see how I was doing Steel City Stitchers and the S.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I had to throw them away, which was very hard for me. But I will do better when I go back to my intro class, and I will make them for you guys.
Mixed media, man.
I love it.
Really cool.
My effort,
Do you have any
my best
fun
effort.
sticky
Cool
stuff?
stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of cool stuff today.
All right.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
first of all, my mom ordered me like a variety kit of Ada from Dove Stitch, and I forgot to tell her what you guys have told me, that it sometimes takes a little while to get things from Dove Stitch. So
We love them, though.
So
Thanks.
I should have done this. So my dad ordered it, and he had it sent like to their home, and then they were traveling like up here for Christmas, and it didn't get to their place in time. So he emailed and was like, "If you haven't sent this, please send it to my house." They either didn't get the email or it had already been sent out. So it went to their house while they were still out of town, and then they had to send it back up to me. And so like I finally just got it yesterday, and there are I think 5 pieces of beautifully dyed
Love
16
it.
count Ada, orange, pink.
I like the pink.
I do too.
This is what is like a gray,
Oh,
I would
that
say
gray.
maybe.
Mhm.
It was just like a variety pack.
Yeah, and it's like
You should do that variety pack.
different colors, different cuts. So like this one's a little skinnier than the others. It's kind of like a
It's like
greenish, brownish.
Diet just on one side.
That's what I was wondering as well. I don't know. And then
Painted?
this
Painted. I don't know.
little like dark bluey one. So I got those in the mail. I'm super pumped about it. I also got that Picture This Plus fabric that I mentioned with my Once Upon a Time sampler.
I like variety. Like, I like the idea of a mystery box
Mhm.
for fabric.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
you just
excited.
say, I want a
Kidding
32
me. I
count
would pay
linen.
So much money for that too. I love that idea.
I know that they do
Cool.
it, but you only get one.
No,
So,
I
like,
want,
color
a
and
pack
cotton?
like that.
Oh yeah.
You can pick, like, what size fabric you want, and then you can pick your color spectrum.
Oh.
So, neutrals, bolds, or a mix. But you only
Mix
get
it up.
one piece a month. It's like $12 or $16 a month.
That's not bad.
Wow.
No,
How
but
big is the piece?
I think if it's a fat quarter, maybe.
Oh, well then it's totally worth it.
I don't know. Maybe smaller than that. Maybe it's an 1/8.
Hmm.
But maybe something interesting. But I love that idea. This is
It
really
was
fun.
exciting. I got it in the mail. Like, what's gonna be in here?
And they're like really nice colors too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
And
just
it's a
have to
decent
decide
sized
what
piece.
to like do with it, which will be the hard part.
Especially when you get stuff like that, because then you're like, what pattern
Right.
has the worth? You know, like,
Yeah.
is it worthy of this fabric?
Yeah.
You know?
Special fabric. What do I do?
Or like, if you use it, then it's gone. But that's okay. What else you get?
Problem.
And you can
What
buy
else do
more.
I have? I have this. I've been thinking about buying one of these for a while. It's a thread and yarn cutter that, according to I'm going to turn it around.
You wear it
According
like a
to this little
necklace?
thing, you like wear it or do whatever, and then you like put your thread inside the notch and it cuts it because there's like a blade in there. Can you see
Can you
that?
please wear
What?
it? Like all time.
Would you just wear this all the time?
I think it's too big to wear it all the time. Like it's kind of
It is
large.
like a big
And I've seen
medallion.
a different version that maybe is smaller and perhaps more decorative and less like logo than this one, and that was a Clover brand one. But I saw this at Joann and like had a coupon, so I was like, fine, I guess I'll buy this. And there
I
that
guess.
is. There that is.
Whatever.
I also got a book from my mom for Christmas. I put this on my like wish list, so this is not her like finding it. This is her just buying something for me that I wanted. It's Ultra Mini Cross Stitch
I
Makes.
love it so
I
much.
could have
Susan
used that.
Bates. I know, right? As soon as you said that, I was like, shoot. If
Oh,
only.
can I look?
Oh, look at that
Yeah, you can.
hibiscus. Or that, is that what it's called?
I think so.
Hibiscus?
Yeah, I think so. And there's little like some more examples on the back.
Jody's
Wouldn't
face
it
right
be
now.
worse?
Right now.
Wouldn't it be worse if you looked through it and found something that you really liked?
I'm going to watch.
It's really cute. I don't know what I'll use these for, but I like them and they're cute and
Oh my
I wanted it,
gosh.
so it's
I
a
love
cool
that
book.
octopus. Every time I flip through it,
I have to give this to Jody before she
Give
sets
to
it on
me.
fire with her eyes. Okay, the two more things. I went to the Pittsburgh Center for Creative Reuse, which I've mentioned before, and I love so much. I got some like plain fabrics to dye and such things, but I also found this little book, Counted Cross Stitch Designs for Christmas, Danish
What year
Handcraft
is that
Guild.
from?
I know. I love that
Excellent
Christmas is like
question.
split.
Let's see.
1977.
Sweet.
Yes,
It has like wall hangings and runners and tablecloths
That's
and things like
nice.
projects to make, but I like the little patterns. They're really cute.
Some of
I
these I bet are
figure-
super cute.
I would use them at some point. Feel free to look through. It's
I'll
very
do that
cute.
after the video because I like old vintage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And
You're
finally,
already hooked.
the Center for Creative Reuse usually has a lot of these like little leaflets. Oh, what's that one? Which one is that?
the little elves in the hot air balloon. Stop.
This one is berry designs and borders. And there are a lot of really cute berries in here.
You could use that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Let me look at those berries. What berries you got?
some flowers.
You got
Yes.
some
Oh,
holly
there's
berries in
some
there.
good ones in there.
very cute. So I got this. I have some ones that I'm meaning to stitch for myself. So I'm excited about this. And when is this published? Like
Let's look at this bad boy.
81?
Nice.
1981?
Not bad.
Yeah,
Older than me.
right? So I liked that. Thank you, Center for Creative Reuse. I always find a lot of good things when I come in there and for pretty low cost. So
And we
those
spread
are my
the
exciting
and,
things.
You know, you can spread the wealth, like we said. If we're done with doing a craft,
Yes.
we can send them our crafts that we're no longer using.
Right.
Supplies.
They have so many cool things.
That's awesome.
Like for any kind of thing you ever could want. Fabric, knickknacks, Legos and stuff.
Jody's mad.
Jody's very
Jody's
angry
really
over
mad.
here.
Oh no.
She may be ripping out what she's
I was
already
gonna
done.
say, I mean, you could just
Don't
cut
do
out
it.
the
Just
back.
finish it. Just finish it and make
I
another
did
one.
buy 2 pegboards.
See, there you go.
Oh,
There
you,
you
you have
go.
2 kids, so you got to do one for Hazel.
Lobster.
She's hooked. So
It's all over now.
that's
Oh.
what everyone received for Christmas. I received my Lowry stand and an Otlite for Christmas.
Oh,
That was from
yeah.
my parents.
Amazing.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, because it was super expensive, and I use it all the time. Jason, my husband, is always like, you have like a commercial stitching center going on in our house. because I have like all of my stuff set up. My only problem is that I don't have a place to put like my scissors and stuff. So if anyone has any ideas for like little apparatus to hang on your Lowry stand to keep your highlighters or extra needles
Good question.
or your scissors, because right now I hang my ring of thread. I just hang this on one of the tension little bar things, but I'm constantly and forever losing my scissors and my highlighter like down in the couch or like on a dog that's laying next to me.
On a dog.
My one dog wears a sweater because he's old and he doesn't have a lot of fat or hair on him anymore, so he has to wear a sweater all the time. And I have been taking my scissors and sticking them like in the leash hole in the back of his sweater as just like a way to hold it, because when he sleeps he doesn't move.
Oh
And he doesn't know. Like, it's not like I'm gonna stab him, but that's how I don't lose them. But
So other than a dog, does anyone have a good idea for organization?
because it would be super helpful because I just don't have a place to put my stuff.
I wonder if you could have like some kind of little bag with like a loop and you like hang it on the thing.
It needs to be something that I can like quickly access. Like, I don't want to have to take the
like
bag off the
fish
hook and
into
then
it,
fish it
right.
out. It almost like a cup that would somehow attach.
Do
Can
you
you
sit on the
put,
edge of the
like-
couch with the armrest? Okay, because that's where I put mine.
Mhm.
Can you
I do.
put like something on your scissors and just hang the scissors there?
Ooh,
Like a ribbon
Like
or
a
something?
hook?
String around
Yeah,
it.
that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Problem solved!
I could probably do that with a highlighter too. I could probably like wrap a string around it
Yeah,
and then
oh,
just
yeah.
hang it.
Well,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was easy.
Well, that was easy. But if
Boom.
anybody has any other ideas, send me a picture.
Any more like elegant ideas than strings?
Like, just
That
like a
could be
random,
elegant,
like a
depending on the
random
string.
string. But I love it. So
Fancy
thanks, Mom
ribbon.
and Dad. And that's pretty much it. Does anybody else have anything?
I don't think so.
We're going to get back to stitching. So thanks for joining us. Again, we appreciate it. We are going to do another random drawing. So the last video that we did,
Yeah. Aaron, you can come down.
we still need to select a random drawing for the winner of the Halloween old vintage patterns that we have. So watch for that. If you watched our second video, we will announce the winner of that. Sorry, we don't have it tonight. I completely forgot about it. But Erin has some cool stuff that she's willing to raffle off, so here's what she has.
So I have this. Should I do both? Oh, I'll do both then. Cool.
We can actually
So I have
give away
this-
two.
Yeah. Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
So I have, it's linen, and it's this beautiful, like,
Zweigart, which everyone who stitches on linen knows is a good brand.
and I just like the color a lot. I think it's really pretty.
Maybe I'll just take it.
Yeah. And then here, I'll show you the
Oh, look, I'm the winner.
Oh, I'm the winner!
I haven't started doing linen yet, so I'm still willing to give these away. And then these were in my box, and I thought, well, better to give to somebody that might be able to use it. So it's labeled as a bread cover, but they're just giant placemats essentially. But so then you can do the stitch, and they're 14 count Ada,
And she has two of them.
and there's two of them.
So we'll do two giveaways. So in order to win and to be entered in the contest, you need to comment below the video. You also need to subscribe to our channel. And we will select two winners before we do our next video. So we will announce that, as well as the winner of our second video giveaway. We'll announce that as well. So just keep an eye out. We will find you and we will message you. We'll comment on your last comment so that you see it. And then you can send your email address and your name and your contact information to steelcitystitchers@gmail.com so that we can get it out in the mail to you. So we'll do two giveaways, and we still have the other one. So that's fun. So stitchy kindness. We want to spread the love and spread the stitchiness. So thank you again for joining us. We're going to get back to stitching. Jody has a lot of work to do. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.